Hey guys, welcome back to another Let's Draw, and today we're going to be drawing this Easter piggy. A pig because we already did an Easter bunny and an Easter chick last year, so this year we're going to do an Easter piggy. So you want to go ahead and get your drawing supplies. I would probably start this one in pencil if you can, but go get all your things and let's get started. Alright, so this drawing has a lot of little details, so as we're going along, you might decide to pick and choose the things you want to include. It's not all necessary, so just think about it as we're going along. Maybe there's some parts you want to leave out if you feel like there's too many steps, or maybe you want to add more to create your own story. What we're going to start with is an oval for our pig's head. So make sure you leave room for the bunny ears above, and we are going to draw an oval kind of right in the middle. Just like that. For our next step, we're actually going to draw the two front legs. So a little bit below, you're going to have two legs, one here, one here. So I'm going to start right about here, leaving a space. And as I get a little bit closer to the bottom of the foot, I'm going to curve in. And the other side of that leg is going to do the same. Other leg right there. For the hoof, you're going to do an upside down letter V to connect these two lines together. And let's just do a little curved line right here for the top. Okay, so we have those front legs. Now on my drawing, I did an Easter basket on this side, so there wasn't room for the other back foot. I'm going to do the same on this drawing here, so I'm going to show you how to do the foot on this side. If you don't include the Easter basket, then you're going to do this on the other side too. What I'm going to start with is right here between the 2 feet and near the bottom. Let's make a little straight line like this. And if it goes between the hoof, you can put it right there. And we're just going to go out a little ways. See, it's a little bit further past the head. And you're gonna make this kind of a sideways V shape now, or like an arrow for the back hoof. And then a straight line that only goes a little ways and then stops. Let's quick add a little curved line for the hoof there. Now for the side of the body, we're gonna do two curved lines. One is for like the hip and the other one is for the side of the body. So I'm going to do a line that curves in and stops right about there. So this one's kind of short. And then this one curves a lot less. It just kind of slowly curves up until it gets to the face. So this is like part of the leg and this is just the body. Now for me on the other side, I'm not going to do this because we're going to do the basket. If you are going to add legs on both sides and you're skipping the basket, then just kind of do the same thing over here. I'm going to actually just add my basket right now. I know we're kind of doing this in a weird order, but I think it just makes sense. If you were doing it in pencil, you could kind of do the whole pig first. I'm going to start right here with my basket, and I'm going to do two lines that are diagonal. They kind of go towards each other. The bottom is going to have a little curve, like a little smiley mouth. And I think for the top, I'm gonna have it just go straight across. You could definitely try a different shape with your basket. For the handle, I'm going to do a big curved line, like a big sad mouth or an upside down letter U. There we go. Now I'm gonna continue drawing the other side of the pig's body because now that I know where the basket is, I know how much of the leg and foot I can add. So I'm going to continue out this other side here, and this is just going to go until it hits the basket. What you have to think about is this part of the leg and the side of the body. If it looks like you would see it on this side, like I think I would see it right there, I'm going to add like a little curve, I guess right there, and then this curve up. So just do the best you can, and maybe the way you drew your basket, maybe the hoof would even stick out the other side. I don't think so on mine, because look, that's, no. So that's good for the body. let's go on now and kind of continue working on the head and get the ears and the face. So what I would like to do first is add the little headband for the bunny ears. So maybe about halfway up the oval, you're gonna do a little curved line like that. Do another one on the other side. And then just go all the way across the top, down the other side, and connect for the headband. And then for your bunny ear is a big upside down letter U. And another one over here. It could look really cute to have maybe like one flopping down or something. But for mine, I'm just gonna draw another upside down letter U inside for the inside of the ear. And then the last part of the body besides the face are the pig ears that are kind of sticking out. So what I would do is start just below the curve of the headband and make a rounded letter V. So not pointy, just rounded. And then we want this to angle back up. So that's rounded. Let me do the other side real quick. Rounded letter V. And then angle back up. And then just have it curve over. You know, looking at this, if we had made the feet a little different, this could definitely be a puppy too, so that could be an idea. And on my original one, I made a little line that kind of goes around this curve to where this part of the ear touches the face, just to give it a fold. So there we go, there's a little pig ear. And now, of course, we need to add our pig snout. So I'm gonna do an oval and 2 tall ovals for the nostrils that you can fill in with black. For my eyes, I did 2 big circles with 2 little highlights inside. And then you can fill that in with black or a different color. And I did 2 little circles for blushes on each side. Now one other thing I added were just like a few teeny tiny details. I did add little eyebrows to make my pig look kind of sad, because down here I'm gonna draw him painting an egg, and on my original he kind of messed up. So they curve down like that. They're like little frowny mouths, but they're also kind of sideways. You could not have those if you want him to look happy, or you could add eyelashes or something like that. And then right above the leg on the outside, I added a little curve just to kind of add like a fold for the skin. Okay, so now we're gonna add some fun details like the stuff to the basket, some eggs, and the grass. Let's do the grass first. So I'm just gonna draw kind of like a zigzaggy line for my grass, just making sure that it's not below the foot. We don't want our Easter piggy floating. And then I'm gonna do the little paintbrush with the egg before we do the basket, and that basket can be our last thing. So I'm gonna have 2 straight lines coming out from the hoof, and then connect it like that. I'm gonna add a little curve on the back for like the end of the paintbrush. Then another line here, and this is for that metal part of the paintbrush, so I added some little lines for detail. And the paintbrush tip is kind of like it curves out and then back, and then out and then back. A little wiggly line for the paint. Feel free to pause this video anytime you need, or to re-watch parts, because I know there is a lot of details, so just rewind it anytime you need to. And then I'm gonna add my Easter egg here. So when you draw an egg, it's round on the bottom, but a little bit smaller at the top. If you're really struggling with the actual egg shape, if you just do an oval, everyone's gonna know what it is. So don't worry, just do an oval like a 0 or a letter O, and that's fine. But I'm gonna add just a little squiggly puddle here of paint, and maybe like a little puddle on the egg, and I'll do some circles that look nice, and then you can see he messed this one up a little bit. Okay, and now we're gonna go on to our basket and add some details. So you notice on the handle and on the top I have that kind of braided pattern. What I did is I just made a bunch of ovals going along. So let's do it on this part first. I'm just drawing an oval, or if this isn't working for you so well, try it this way. Smiley mouth, frowny mouth, and they're just touching on both sides. So for me, I just do the whole oval at once, but maybe for you, you need to just do one side at a time. When I go up and around, I go a little bit slower because this part to me is a little trickier, and actually, I'm gonna now just do one side at a time. Let's see, this one got a little funny. Right, and now the weaving on the basket, you just make some lines straight up and down and straight across, but you could do a really cool pattern on this if you want. And then the last thing is our Easter eggs. So I just kind of draw some curved lines, some that are shorter, some that are taller. Maybe some could be kind of sideways. Now look at this. I didn't even think about this really. So this part of the leg takes up room for my eggs. So actually I'm just gonna kind of round that out, and then I'm gonna pretend that was an egg the whole time. You can always fix things if you just take a minute to think about what could I change that into. And okay, I think that is a good amount of eggs. Maybe you wanna add more on the ground, or maybe you wanna add some stuff in the background, but that's actually all the details for our Easter Piggy. So once you have all your details added, then of course it's time to color, and if you want to take your time adding lots of decorations to the eggs. But here is how mine looked. So on mine, I did my eggs in marker, but everything else I did in crayon because, you know, Easter has a lot of pastel colors, like lighter colors. So, oh, and I did these parts in marker too. But I wanted to keep most of the colors light. I also did a darker green under the pig and the basket and the egg to make kind of a shadow, and a lighter green below that. And I thought that was kind of cool. But you color yours any way that you want and just have fun. Well guys, I hope you had fun drawing your Easter Piggy with me today. I think this one's really cute, and you can definitely add a story to it if you want to. But I hope you all have a really great, safe, and fun Easter, and I will see you guys next time for our next drawing video. Bye!